What's up guys, it's Joe from DIY Cold Plunge. I'm hoping to break down what the best option for canned spray foam is and share the Foambeak Spray Foam applicator with you guys. This thing is fantastic. You can get it at DIYcoldplunge.com and I've also linked it below. But let's get into the video so you guys can see this thing in action. First, I just want to share a quick little tutorial about the Foambeak. It attaches directly to the straw on the kind of off-the-shelf spray foam cans. If you have a spray foam that needs a spray foam gun, you'll need a little bit of tubing that's the same size as the ozone tubing that comes with the ozone generator. And if you just clip a little bit off, it serves as an adapter from the Foambeak to the spray foam gun. Now I've got 4 different cans of spray foam here. I have the Great Stuff 1-inch gap filler, the Great Stuff 3-inch gap filler, a can of Kraken, as well as a can of Akfix. And with all 4 of these, I'm gonna do the same test. I'm gonna run a bead of just the spray foam with either the straw or the spray foam gun. And then I'm gonna run a bead with the Foambeak applicator and then run each can completely dry, see what kind of coverage and volume that each can provides. And really quick, let's touch on R value. So I'm not an expert on this, but basically the R value is a measure of how effective insulation is. And the higher the number, the better the rating. Some of the best coolers on the market, whether it's a Yeti or a Grizzly, score at an R value of 9. And both of the cans of Great Stuff score at a 3.7. The Kraken and the Akfix score at a 5.56. So those are a slightly higher, but overall it's not a groundbreaking difference. So let's let this foam expand and just see where we land. Both cans of the Great Stuff came in at about 19 inches by 20 inches, and then when I split it in half, had what I'm calling an average of 1.5 inch depth. So both the 1-inch and the 3-inch gap filler expanded about the exact same. Now these 2 cans have a $2 price difference, so if you're in the market for this, save your money and go with the 1-inch gap filler. The total volume on this came out to 19 times 20 times 1.5 for total volume of coverage was 570. If we take the 1-inch gap filler cost at $4.38, divide by 570, the cost of this spray foam comes out to 0.0076 cents. Now let's take a look at the Akfix and the Kraken, and both of these had nearly identical coverages, which I'm calling about 34 inches by 22 inches by an average thickness of about 4.5, which brings us to 3,000 for a total volume score. Now if we take the $25 per can and divide that by that 3,000, it comes to 0.008. So we are absolutely splitting hairs if we're looking at these spray cans from a cost perspective. Now I do want to note that in my experiment, the Kraken and the Akfix, when I split them in half, the Kraken had that big air gap in the middle, the Akfix did not. I don't know if that was a fluke on how my experiment went, what happened there, but something to note and something to think about. And no matter what you're going with, I think that the Foambeak applicator makes a huge difference. What are some things to consider? 1, the cans that you get from Amazon will need the spray foam gun to apply it. You will also need to have spray foam gun cleaner to clean out your spray foam gun in between sessions or when you're going to store the gun. You're also going to need that 1/4 inch inner diameter tubing to serve as an adapter for the Foambeak to that spray foam gun if you're going to go with that option. On the other hand, the off-the-shelf cans from Home Depot are also great. I'm not going to lose any sleep over the difference in R value. What you are going to have to do is go through a lot more cans, and you're also going to have to do multiple layers of that spray foam to get the thickness that you want in some cases, which might not be a bad thing. If you do that, I would recommend crisscrossing your paths when you do that spray foam. So if you do one this way, on your next pass, I would go that way. So anyways, guys, I hope this helps. I really just wanted to show that Foambeak in action because I was super excited about it. I had an Instagram follower that messaged me and told me about it, and I ordered it, used it, loved it, wanted to share it with you guys. And just, again, I get questions about spray foam and what spray foam to use, so hopefully this can help answer that question. If you haven't already, make sure to hit the link at the description in this video and join my private Facebook group. There's thousands of people building their own DIY cold plunges, learning from each other, and saving a ton of money along the way. So check it out, and we'll see you at the next video.